1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. We back at it. We back at it. We back at it.
Hey, I see us.
Okay, let me double check and make sure everything is good before we get started. That all our audios are good. We ain't trying to make sure that's fucked up. All right.
Narcissistics are in the building. The man is looking at himself live.
I'm looking at myself through two screens right now.
You're narcissistic.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
Nah, I think
this sounds way better. Sounds way better.
Shout out old John Crow, not the new one. Not the new one. The old one.
That sound effect might have doubled on y'all.
Carrot in the building. Shout out Carrot in the building.
Big up Jeans 496.
Let me get number 3 again, Jake.
That's your Bayesian brother, you know.
Who?
Carrot.
Oh, he's Bayesian, eh?
Yeah,
Big up the Bayesians.
That's my favorite island other than Jamaica, obviously.
You guys are getting a little bit of behind the scenes also as we prepare. Thank you for the birthday wishes. My birthday is actually tomorrow on the 9th, but much respect to you, Black Paint, in the chat over there. I see you, brother.
That's some old head shit. The man didn't even know when his birthday was.
I know.
I thought it was Wednesday.
When you have so many birthdays, you start even forgetting what age you are and shit, bro.
No, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Well, probably not. I remember exactly how old I'm going to be. 51. Hold on, air horns for that.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Enough mans don't make it, you know what I mean?
Long life. Is it. Make sure to share this chat out also. Let the people know that we are live right now. Okay. We're filming a pilot, but we're going to get to it in just a second. I want to make sure that everybody's in attendance. I've also put a link in the chat. Let me make sure I pin that link.
Jimmy O'Brien, Wagwan.
Pin the link.
Who's that? Nuts?
Big up Damn C885, Jane Nicole 3325.
Jeez.
Jeans 496 saying 51. Goddamn.
Yeah. Old head status in the building. So yeah, I pinned a link in the chat for anybody who wants to join the conversation. Old John Crow says Fridays. You're 75 years old, like me. Don't lie. You're 75, Old John Crow. I didn't know that. I've seen Old John Crow in person. He looks good for 75. Pause.
He's not 70.
You really put the old in Old John Crow,
right?
right?
I know. Let me know also, thumbs up if the audio sounding good. We've done a few checks on our side, and it seems to sound good on our side. All right, so give us a thumbs up if the audio is good as well. Yeah, that is nuts. I didn't even salute to Nuts. That's a new member in the chat over there. Okay. Also, for the people, when you want to join the conversation, when we get to the parts of our segment, when we do get into the conversation, the link is there for everybody. It's not, members only, or you got to pay to jump into the conversation. Anybody who wants to jump into the conversation for any of the things that we're getting into, feel free. All right. Y'all ready to get into it?
Yeah.
Okay, let me get my topics lined up. All right. Let's get into it.
We love hip hop.
This was called Lowrey Square, Lowry. You know what I mean? So the fact that Kyle Lowry forwarded back to Toronto specifically for one day to retire here, that's very special. That's very special, you know?
Yes. Hold on, let's start this here. My bad. I didn't even press the record. I think we're recording the audio over here and here too, man.
Mad.
Okay. Let's get to it. Yes, like you were saying, Kyle Lowry, he came back to sign for a one-day contract so that he could retire as a Toronto Raptor. He came through. He was, they had the press conference. I seen Kawhi Leonard pop up with the dreads. Right? The conversation now floating around is Kyle Lowry the greatest Raptor of all time? Gentlemen, let me know. What are y'all thoughts?
I'm glad you put a question mark on there now, because when you sent it in the group chat, there wasn't no question mark. It seemed more definitive. So I'm like, I don't know how definitive that statement is, but I do think it is something worth discussion.
Well, the reason I put it as a definitive statement is because that's how they were framing it when I was watching the news. They were saying like, you know, thank you for Kyle Lowry coming back, his nobility, for even coming back from the multitude of teams that like. Where did he go? To Philly at one point, and I think he could have retired over there, but then he came back here. So they're like, he is the greatest Raptor of all time. Full stop. They never said one of or anything like that. So that's why I never put it as a question. Y'all don't agree?
I personally don't agree, but I can understand why a lot of the Toronto Raptors fan base would cling on to Kyle Lowry as our greatest Raptor because, one, it's still a relatively new franchise. We started in 95.
Yes.
So in terms of players who have dedicated like a good amount of years to the franchise with results, Lowry's really the only one. I mean, Kawhi gave us results, but it was for a short period of time. Vince Carter gave us, I would say, cultural results and increased our visibility, but we never really went too far in the playoffs. Like I think we went to the conference semis once. We lost to Philly. So I could see the argument for Lowry, but he's not my personal GOAT Raptor. But I could see why he's earned that from a numbers perspective.
Yeah, he was here in 2019 when we won the championship. So I think that means a lot. And he was an integral player in that team, right?
You brought up Vince Carter. I think statistically, Vince Carter averaged the most points as a Raptor. So if we're talking about scoring wise, I think Vince Carter would be the best.
Yeah, at 23.4 points per game as a Raptor.
Yeah, exactly. I think Fred VanVleet got the most points in a game as a Raptor. So that's another, but Fred VanVleet is not really in that conversation. Of course, there's men like DeMar DeRozan, who before Fred VanVleet, he had the title as the most points in a single game as a Raptor. But I feel like the way DeMar DeRozan has behaved since his departure has tainted his legacy. Many Raptors, after their departure, their behavior has tainted the legacy. Vince Carter included. There was that whole kerfuffle when there was a conspiracy that he told the other team the play so they could win the game or something like that. That was a conspiracy though. I'm not trying to stamp it. You know?
Hold on, I'll put a conspiracy there. I got you. But, and sorry for the doubling for the listening audience, but it's not only that, there was a time also where, and I might be mistaken, I don't want to be giving you guys any fake news, but didn't he say when he was ready to leave, he already kind of let the cat out the bag, like, yeah, I'm kind of over this team. And I remember being around that time.
Yeah. It seemed like he wanted out, and I think he fell out of grace with a lot of the Raptors fans after that, where they kind of looked at him as like a quitter or someone who wasn't fully dedicated to the franchise.
Damon Stoudemire is up there as like a great player who was a Raptor. Tracy McGrady, of course. But Chris Bosh, I feel like his contribution to the franchise should not be understated. You know what I mean? However, I feel like his antics after, it wasn't more so how he treated the city. It was more so how the world treated him.
Yeah.
You know, there was that whole meme after he won the championship where like he's sticking out his tongue and Mans was making him drive the boat on some crazy things. You know what I mean?
So his image got dragged through the dirt.
He became like the Rainbow Rex after that, you know, the Tyrannosaurus Rainbow after that, you know? So like many of the great Raptors kind of tainted their legacy after. I feel like Kyle Lowry is one of the few who actually got a chip while being here. Like you said, he went through losses, trials and tribulations, and then he still like triumphed as a Raptor. Even though he did leave, he didn't trash us, he didn't make us look bad.
True.
And he still forwarded back. Carter had an opportunity to forward back. He didn't want to do that respectfully. Did Bosh forward back?
No, Chris Bosh ended up having to retire because he had a blood disease.
Yes, I remember that.
And that's kind of what's unfortunate, that like his legacy sort of became memeified. But when he was a Toronto Raptor, when he had the long hair, he was one of the best power forwards in the game.
Yes.
We were going to the playoffs every year. He was stronger than he was in Miami physically. Once he went to Miami, he played more outside and was shooting more threes. But when he was a Raptor, he was like in the post versus Dwight, taking him to the block, mid-range. Like Chris Bosh was an exciting player, and he was an all-star.
And a nice person in person.
Yeah, and you know what's interesting? He was one of the first NBA creators to utilize YouTube. I don't know if you remember, he used to make these like comedy skits for people to vote for him for the All-Star game.
Yeah.
And like way back in the day, he was very internet.
You know, I don't want to say anything bad towards any of our Toronto Raptors, but like I mentioned, I just said like Tracy McGrady, nice guy, right? I bumped into him. I think the club was Life Nightclub back in the days. Him and Vince Carter were in the club. They were just standing there. I'm sure there must have been some kind of security around, but I didn't really see any. Walked right up to them. Was able to shake T-Mac's hand, like, yo, you know, you guys are doing great things. Thank you for, you know, for the contributions to the team. Try to do the same to Vince. Vince gave me the cold, not even the cold shoulder, like I can't even see you. I'm like looking around in all these other directions. I was just like, what?
Wow.
I
don't see peasants.
Yeah. I was kind of offended. At the time, I was a little bit more rough around the edges. So, you know.
Yo, Mayu.
Hey, what's up with that, yo? What's up with that, son?
Yeah, it was something like that. But it was just like, it kind of left a bad taste in my mouth to like meet somebody who I thought was like, pause. That was like, that, you know, I'm watching on the screen. He's doing amazing things, and I meet him in person, and he's not so nice.
Yeah, don't meet your idols.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't my idol, so good thing about that. I wasn't that let down.
What about the Euro era? We're not gonna show any love to Calderon or Bargnani.
Big up
Bargnani. Come on, bro.
Bargnani was an era, man. That was a tough era to be a Raptor.
Oh, that was a sad time, bro.
It was bad. I remember going to we used to go to Bargnani for every like game-winning situation, and he'd just always miss. And I just had like zero confidence when we're like, okay, like the seconds are winding down. Like, let's give it to Bargnani and get out the way. I'm like, no.
Okay, this is a sleeper pick, but my favorite Raptor of all time was Mo Peterson, bro.
Okay.
Morris Peterson, because I remember there was like this didn't happen just one time. There was a few times where the man would be 3/4 away from the net on the whole other side, and there'll be like 3 seconds left. And I would just dash some random shot and it would go in. I was like, some crazy thing, bro.
Yeah. Salute to the chat. Somebody mentioned Master P. Anybody?
Oh, yes. Master P was a Raptor.
I don't think like for that long, but it was just
like. Nah, that's legendary, bro.
I remember seeing, again, another Toronto sighting, him and Silk the Shocker walking on Yonge Street during that time when that short space of time when he was a Raptor. I think this was like 1989 or 1990. Sorry, 1992, 1993 times.
Yo, honorary mention for favorite Raptors. I'm gonna go Anthony Parker. I'm also shout out TJ Ford.
TJ
Ford was a geyser, and like they say he was 6 feet. I want to say he was 5'11", and he was just putting in bare work. Sonny Weems, Terrence Ross had Amber Rose in the city.
Really?
T. Ross,
Siakam. Yeah, we had some legendary Raptors. So.
Yeah, and there was who's the one that who was really close friends with Drake, and he had like 2 girlfriends that everybody.
Lou Will.
2 girls, and they get along like Lou Will.
Yeah. Drake even name dropped him in the song. I was like, wow, this guy's goated. I'm listening to this guy every day in the tune. You know
Lou Will was good too, man.
Yeah. So okay, in conclusion, let me know what you guys thoughts on the 1 day play for the Raptors for the retirement. One, like just him doing it, and just give me a little bit of the technicalities about that.
Do you want to say something?
That was so wholesome to me, bro. That was like on some, you really never forget where you came from type thing. You know what I mean? Because I feel like Toronto was kind of used to us being like an afterthought once people leave, you know, especially due to like them not having their roots here, you know? So I just felt like that was a moment for the fans to actually feel appreciated and give that appreciation back to somebody who deserved it. So I just thought that was a super wholesome moment.
Okay, we're going to take one call in. We got Devontae. Devontae, when we get you in on the call, please, no cursing.
Of course.
Let us know your thoughts about Kyle Lowry coming back to the Raptors for a 1 day contract. Talk to us.
It's a cautionary tale. Um,
Not hearing anything.
oh, can you hear me? Hello?
Fix your mic there, brother. Fix your mic. Let me see if I can fix his mic. You can hear him on the stream?
I cannot hear him at all.
Can you hear me?
Why can't we hear him? 1 second. Un momento. 1 second. 1 second.
Hold on, Devante. Hold on. Don't worry, bro.
1 second. We'll fix everything here.
If it's me, my bad.
Okay.
We can hear him.
Okay, we got you. We got you. Okay, talk to us, brother.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Sorry about that. No, so I think it's a cautionary tale. Just because you put your finger in your butt doesn't mean you're gonna get pudding. Okay, you gotta.
Okay, keep going. Oh, well, I guess that was his statement and he was gone. We're gonna bring in one more call. Jeans. Jeans, what are your thoughts on Kyle Lowry coming back to the Raptors for a one-day contract? Talk to us.
No, it's just a good look for the city. He's basically acknowledged, like Raptors is basically acknowledging him, just saying how like he was one of the few All-Stars that actually stayed in the city and like never bashed the city, never like frowned upon the city, rather than like Vince Carter and like some other guys, you know. So like it's a good look for the city, it's a good look for the country, and it's it's a good look for the organization too.
Dope. No, thank you, man.
Shout out to you, broski.
No, thank you for calling in, brother.
Yes, sir.
Peace. Salute to Gene, man. So, okay, salute to Kyle Lowry. Welcome back for the one day that you are going to be back for. And yeah, we look forward to seeing the retirement ceremony that's going to come afterwards. You got anything else?
Yeah, what I will say is this is a good way for the franchise to continue to build a relationship with Kyle Lowry, because I think it's already hard to find players who want to come to Toronto. So having someone like Kyle Lowry as an ambassador in the States, like people can look to Kyle Lowry and maybe he can kind of push for Toronto Raptors to get better players.
Yes.
So I think just having that visual representation of, okay, that's our franchise guy, Lowry, can help with future prospects.
No, big facts. Okay, I have something that's going on in the city that's kind of a downer right now, because Jamaica Fest has been canceled again, second year in a row. Now, this is something that goes down over on Eglinton West or in Little Jamaica. And they're saying that the funding has been something for the cancellation this year, as it was last year. What are y'all thoughts? It's like, before even y'all give me your thoughts, keep in mind, they've gone through a lot of, I guess, businesses having to go through, drama because of the fact that the LRT was being built for the last 15 years. So there was a lot of businesses that weren't able to make it through. So something like the Little Jamaica Fest does wonders for that area as far as bringing tourism, bringing awareness, bringing extra business. They can't have it.
Did they state the specific reasons why it'd be canceled?
I'm gonna play a video. I'll play a video for you guys and an audio for the listening audience about Little Jamaica and the business trying to regain customers. Okay.
When Raps is open for service, jerk chicken, oxtail, and goat are in high demand. When the new Eglinton LRT opened in February after 15 long years of construction, Carol Rose wanted many of those riders to try her delicious eats.
You can see the traffic coming from the subway into the subway. So there is traffic. The business, we would like to see more of it.
On July 18th, there was the promise of extra foot traffic with the Taste of Little Jamaica Festival. Many say they could use the business, but with 2 weeks to go, it was suddenly canceled. Organizers cite permit issues, and they hope to make a go of it in 2027. There have been other attempts in recent years to hold other special events here too. Some of those were scrapped as well, including a similar type of food festival. And from events to established businesses, many retailers closed during the construction of the Crosstown 2. For rent signs still hang in too many storefronts, even though working crews left a while ago.
Little Jamaica is still in a state of emergency. Over 300 small business closures within the last 16 years. There is absolutely no foot traffic because of the LRT. Everything is beneath us.
Jason McDonald owns Casual Hair Salon. He was the board.
Okay, I'm going to stop the video there. just a couple of other festivals that have been canceled also over the years and came back, right? Taste of Danforth was canceled in 2022 and 2024 and in 2025. But I guess we're going to be getting a Taste of Danforth this year from what I heard on the news. Toronto Oktoberfest was canceled in 2025, the Tamil Fest in 2025, the Honda Indy back in 2021, and obviously that was because of the pandemic. The Canadian National Exhibition back in 2021. All this is mostly pandemic-based stuff. But the whole thing with the Taste of Danforth, they kind of went through the same thing with permits and funding and stuff too. So what are y'all thoughts on the Little Jamaica Fest getting canceled again?
I'm not a fan of this. I feel like they should find ways to accommodate. I guess that, street closure for an event is hard to pull, apparently.
Yes.
And I'm seeing here on the CBC article that, they have to have a certain amount of police available for street closure, and this might be stretched by, the World Cup.
Yes.
So I think this is a logistical failure on the city, and it shows that it might not be a priority for them to honor these cultural festivals. And I think that could be problematic, especially when, there are several local businesses that thrive from these festivals.
What are your thoughts, Natural?
As a Jamaican,
I be seeing Olivia Chawas at Carabana walking up. You know what I mean? Eating the oxtail poutines and stuff, showing off for social media to get some likes and views. But when we actually need you to put, some actual effort towards what we have going on, I feel like it's falling on deaf ears. Like the destruction that the LRT did to Little Jamaica alone, I feel like there should have been more of a priority to prop them up this year to kind of show, like, not reparations, but to show that we heard you and we do appreciate your section of the city.
Yeah.
Like we've been getting all these other festivals and it has been amazing, Taste of Italy, all that stuff. That's been great. But as I said, it just goes to show, like, maybe the failure within the government, but also it could be the failure within the organizers and the committees. Maybe we need to have more representation in these rooms so they can understand just how important these things are.
No, you made a good point. And before I bring in the call, you made a great point, because with all the amount of losses that they've taken over the last 15 years with the LRT being built, you would think that the city would give them a little stimulus package to be able to get things back up. Like, okay, here, there's a festival going on in the city. Look at this great area that you might have missed over the last 15 years or might not have been able to frequent as much over the last 15 years. Here it is, and look how revitalized it is.
But I think the landscape has changed. Like, according to Jason McDonald, he's an owner of Casual Beauty Salon. More than 300 local businesses closed during the construction of the Crosstown LRT. 300 businesses in Little Jamaica.
Yeah, but other businesses open, bro. Like, I go there often, you know what I mean? Like, there's still Jamaican spots, Caribbean spots over there. Like,
for sure.
The best patties, arguably, you could get is over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like within the closures, now you're also taking away the festivals. It's just like you're trying to, like, I don't know, deplete the area or something. Like, you already had all these closures. Now you're not letting the festivals happen for 2 years in a row.
2 years in a row.
Like,
no, it's crazy.
And prior to that, like, how good was the festival going to be really when, that there was the construction going all through the neighborhood? So what's really going on as far as, like, when the year that they were able to have it? Keep in mind, the LRT was under construction for 15 years. So technically, if you want not to be extra, but Little Jamaica was kind of held hostage under that time.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Let me bring in a caller real quick to get their opinion. We got Paulie on the line. Paulie, what are your thoughts on Little Jamaica Fest being canceled once again this year?
Hey guys, first off, great show, man.
Thank you.
Fantastic show. I've seen a lot of shows. I've seen a lot of videos like this, man. And the only thing I'm wondering now is how far do I have to fast forward to see you run a train on the guy in the blue hat?
Oh man, we're gonna have to let you go.
Wait, say what? Did he just say? Okay, I don't even want to repeat it.
Don't even worry about it. Sorry, brother. You are not gonna make the pilot, but you'll make the bloopers. But yeah, staying on our conversation as far as the festival being canceled once again. What are y'all thoughts even like about some of these other festivals, like the Greek festival? Like that was canceled a few years in a row, so we can't really complain about one place if it happens multiple places. Like 2022, 2024, and 2025.
I just think as a city, we should upkeep all the festivals that we've been having. Like if we have a yearly Jamaica festival, like keep that going. If we have an Indian festival, keep that going. Taste of Danforth, keep that going.
Yes.
Like when you can't fund it a 1-2 year, it just makes you look like you're not managing your money properly. Like it should be a priority. There's a lot of money to be made for local businesses. It's good for tourism, hospitality, etc. Even if you're taking a loss as a city, like it's worth it to maintain these cultural events.
No, facts.
To piggyback off that point, like sometimes even taking the loss, if you could appease a whole group of people one time with one move, sometimes it's worth it, you know? Whereas, but like, yo, you know what? I didn't like what they did with the taxes, whatever, but when it came for them to show up for me, they actually showed up. So I'm going to vote for them again. You know what I mean? Rather than, oh, they gutted where I live, and now like my culture is not even being shown, and I don't feel heard, I don't feel seen, I don't feel represented. It's like, how are you gonna expect the people to rally behind you when they're needed to? You know?
Yeah, and to be honest, I don't even think it's gonna happen in 2027. I think no, for real. Like there probably had hopes of it happening this year, and then got the excuse of permits and everything that they got last year. So let's not get our hopes up for 2027 just because they said that in a couple of news specials. Like we haven't gotten any confirmation. I have to see it to believe it, to be honest. I don't want to be a pessimist, but I got to see it to believe it.
Yeah, I feel like Olivia Chow should have just did everything she could to make it happen, because the amount of brownie points she would have gained from the citizens for making sure that Little Jamaica Festival happens is priceless in a way, and that'll get her so many votes. It's like, okay, like we were underfunded, but you made sure that it happened.
Yeah, no, real
She's
talk.
always busting wines on her IG anyways, you know, like she's always doing the most.
You're all right still. She got a little hip action.
That's your age range. That's your age. Like you and her might have been at the same club back in the day.
Yeah, give a little wine to Olivia over there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness.
But listen, salute to everybody over there on Eglinton West, over there in Little Jamaica. Hold your head. All right. Hopefully next year we'll be able to get a Little Jamaica festival going on. I got one more story, but before we get to that, let me just give us a little breaker in the middle.
You love hip hop. You love hip hop.
All right.
I've never heard that.
Friday worked on that all night.
Yeah. Yo, play that one more time, please.
Be off my square. Give me a second.
You love hip hop. You love hip hop.
So that's the sound before the DV story, eh?
Okay, let me do it one more time.
It's like a Vlad TV sound.
Listen, let me do it one more time, and then I can introduce the story properly. I'll cut all of this out of the edit. One more time.
You love hip hop. You love hip hop.
Big Tigger, our media, our radio, our all type of, I guess I'll say media brother has been in serious turmoil. He has left his radio job, and his wife actually got arrested for the kidnapping charges that she was dealing with. There's an article that we have here courtesy of CBS News that explains it a little bit more. DJ Czar, if you can give us a little bit of the backstory on what's going on with Big Tigger and his wife.
Yes, Friday. All right. So this is from CBS News Atlanta. The wife of Atlanta radio personality Big Tigger was arrested in Hart County after authorities say she was wanted on kidnapping-related warrants connected to the disappearance of a child reported missing in Maryland in 2019. According to the Hart County Sheriff's Office, deputies received a be on the lookout alert around 8:46 p.m. Monday for a vehicle traveling north on Interstate 85. Authorities said the driver was believed to be wanted on outstanding kidnapping-related warrants from Maryland. Okay, so eventually they were located. The driver, identified as 37-year-old Alicia Denise Brown of Atlanta, was taken into custody without incident. 2 young children were found inside the vehicle and were safely recovered, officials said. The children were not injured.
So, okay. Actually, you know what? Give me a little bit more of the article before we start here.
Okay. The Hart County's Sheriff's Office said Brown was wanted by the Baltimore County Police Department on warrants connected to the disappearance of a 10-year-old child reported missing in 2019. Authorities also confirmed Brown was wanted by the Fulton County Sheriff's Office on felony charges of interference with child custody. Both agencies confirmed the warrants were valid, and Maryland authorities advised they would seek extradition, according to the sheriff's office.
Okay, so quick thing about this story, because the thing that's been popping up on the timeline over the last few days is this video of Tigger and his estranged wife at this point wrestling for a phone.
Big Tigger was big triggered.
Yes, big triggered. And there was a lot of people having think pieces about, was it right for him to be, wrestling over the phone? There was somebody filming this the whole time. He's a public figure. But the backstory that was happening this whole time, and this is something that stemmed from back in May, that the video just popped up, like literally back on July 6th, actually, is when the video popped up. Here's the thing. That's something that happened from in May. This thing with the child abduction stuff has been going on in the background the whole time.
Since 2019.
Since 2019. So the child is technically like 16, 17 years old now. Why did Tigger even get with this woman?
Did you think he was aware? Yeah.
Well, his child is one of the kids that was in the car when they picked her up. They picked her up on the interstate. And she was with 2 kids, one of them being the one she has with Tigger.
Maybe she just played it off, like hid it in plain sight, where he was around the kid. He thought it was her kid. He didn't know this kid's been considered kidnapped for the last 6 years, 7 years.
There's been a little bit more of this story that's come out. The dad of the child has been complaining for years. I feel like he knew something and felt to, you know what, let me just ignore it because I believe her. Until now, where you're at, where you're wrestling with this girl over a phone and stuff like that, now you're might be believing the husband or her baby dad a little bit more.
Yeah, because she probably painted it like, oh, I had to take my child out of a toxic situation. It's not that I kidnapped my kid. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I had to get them to a safe place. Then he could be on some knight in shining armor on some, you're safe here, baby. You know what I mean?
I'll protect you. Yeah, and Big Tigger's also being sued for defamation by his radio co-host because
he's going through a time.
Yeah. Let me just pull up the information here, but yeah, he's being sued by Francesca Amicers, right? Because she was mixed up in the whole thing because she was being accused of sleeping with Tigger. And that's why this girl, Alicia's been like tripping out, right? That was the first videos of her like getting mad and saying that Tigger was cheating. And she's like, I don't even want to be mixed up in any of this.
So she sued him because there's rumors of her?
Yeah, she's getting dragged into the story.
I'm seeing here, is she suing him and his wife or just his wife? Because according to TMZ, the legal fallout from Big Tigger's domestic violence case is growing. His radio co-host, Francesca Amaker, is now suing his estranged wife.
Oh, yeah.
That would make more sense, because if his wife is making these allegations.
Claiming she lied about her on social media by posting the Emmy Award-winning journalist had an affair with Big Tigger and helped destroy their marriage. Oh, Francesca, she looked good, though.
Yeah. And the Alicia Brown girl, like, not to objectify, she's not bad looking neither, but a little bit of a background check, a little bit. And you know what? Let me bring in a caller before you guys give your opinion so we can get some opinions. Shiesty's Bud.
Yo.
What are your thoughts on Big Tigger and everything that he's going through, man?
It's crazy because, like, there's no actual footage of him hitting the girl, is there? It's just yeah, there's no actual video of him abusing the girl, and they're just quick to jump to he's attacking her.
It is a physical altercation, though.
Say what?
It is a physical altercation, though.
Which one? The one she's laying on the floor and he's trying to ask for his phone back?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's a gray area. It's kind of vague. Like girls can just drop to the floor and call up and say he's hurting me, and it's like I can't even call the police. You have my phone. Like, give me my freaking phone.
And we don't know what happened before the video turned on. You know what I mean? So
there's always that. Yeah,
this is crazy. So I mean, like, she could have antagonized him, got him in his bag, and then as soon as he starts, I guess antagonizing back, that's when the camera starts recording.
Yeah, because the guy that her son is there about Tigger, get off my mom or whatever, and it's like what?
No, Mr. Tigger.
Mr. Tigger, yeah, my
Mr. Tigger. Right? Okay. In closing, Shiesty's Bud, and thanks for calling in, bro. Do you?
Yeah, no
Tigger
problem. Salute to you guys.
No, thank you, man.
Salute.
Do you think that Tigger will be able to bounce back from this after this is all said and done?
I feel like he can. Yeah, I feel like he can. In the guys' eyes, I feel like he can. In women's eyes, I'm not too sure. In like social media, this will all like this will all pass over in no time.
Okay, I have one more question for you. Then I'm gonna ask the co-host. How much of a background check do you do on a shawty when you meet her?
Damn. I don't even know. I don't even know about that.
I feel like mans don't do that. They see a thing and they're like, bet. Like, they don't check Carfax unless something comes to their attention. Mans aren't going out of their way to see if she has warrants.
True.
It all depends. Like right off the bat, you can't do a Carfax, but once you get to meet her peoples, and see how she moves, that alone can tell you like if she's trouble or not.
Facts.
If she's known for throwing her fist and fighting and then yeah, kind of fall back from that shotty.
So basically a West End thing.
Yeah, pretty much. That's where I am right now, but yeah, pretty much.
Exactly.
Oh, thanks for calling, bro.
Yeah, thanks for calling, Shiesty.
Yo, yeah, no problem. Have a good one, guys.
Yes,
Yo,
sir,
you
yes,
too,
sir.
brother.
Love,
Peace. Salute to Shiesty's Bud, man. So
no, but you guys as well. When you guys meet a shawty, how deep are you back checking that?
To be honest, over the years, I've been not doing any background checking. And this is probably why I've gotten in some. I've told you, I've been stabbed. I've been in a lot of different wild things with my exes, right? Maybe I should have background checked a little bit more.
You know what's so funny? Like, as I've gotten older, I don't do as much background checking because I know I'm going to disappoint myself. So, like, I feel like at the beginning, I'll try to avoid background checks. Like, I'll do, like, light vetting. But in terms of, like, actual police checks, like, I'll ask casually. Because I could be like, yo, you ever been arrested? And then they could ask you, and you could be like, yeah, I have low key.
Arrested? You're asking that?
Yeah,
What
like,
kind of shawties are you talking
question.
bro, the shotties I be talking to, like, they might have got arrested a couple times. Like, so I need to know these things. But I feel like it's only like when I feel like, okay, this might become serious, then the vetting becomes a little more intense. But at the beginning, when I'm just trying to enjoy myself, I try to avoid the questions that I know the answers are going to cheese me.
Fact, I don't ask no body count. I don't ask nothing. But still, I don't know what it is, but humans always feel the need to tell me their life story. So I'm always on a first date with a shawty that she starts telling me like all her greatest, like, oh, this is when I was outside the most, and this is when I was with I was like, hold on,
Stop.
hold the phone, baby girl. This is not who I thought you was. You know what I mean? So
TMI.
literally, I feel like shorties just be telling on themselves, and I just have to like demote them.
Okay, so even on the vetting, right? And we'll get off of this topic in a second. And salute to everybody in the chat. How do you vet somebody? How do you do the background check?
There's a couple ways. Now, do you have mutual friends with this person? Do you know the circles they run around? Do you maybe are you connected to someone in their life?
Yeah.
I feel like the third party background check is pretty useful if you have that access. Ask this person, like, yo, what you know about this person? Because, ask the person directly, but always keep in mind that there's going to be room to lie.
Yes.
You might ask her how many men she's been with. She might give you a number. The number might be false.
You have to multiply it by 3 every time.
Multiply by 3 or 4.
You might give her a number that's false. Like, man, the more times we stop counting after a certain point.
After 100, right?
But also,
that's crazy.
And also, facts. And keep in mind, that person who you're asking, they might get back to that person that you're dealing with and say, yo, Czar's been asking some questions about you. So you got to be careful on who you choose to do the background check with.
Yeah, you have to be closer to that mutual friend than they are.
Exactly. Or it's the whole play's messed up. They ran back to them and say, yo, Czar's been asking all these questions. Did I do the right thing? Did I answer all right? And it could be all a list of lies that they've set up.
Yeah, I feel like you should definitely do your mutual friend background checks. I've had situations where I've gotten involved with a girl. I knew I had mutual friends, but I just didn't want to show no one. And she was low-key a little crazy. But like my friends kind of told me that already.
Yeah, you should have checked.
Like once I checked after, they're like, "Oh yeah, I could have told you that she was like loca."
They probably said you should have asked me while you were talking to her, bro.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. What about you, Natural? How do you do the background check? Who do you check, or who do you go to, or is it a person at all?
I don't really do background checks. Like I just feel like, okay, I always feel like I found a gem, and then like I'm in for like a rude awakening. You know what I mean? Like even when I was in Montreal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I should have known because I put up to Montreal as like a creator with 20,000 followers. So that was why this person was on me. I should have known. She does this with every like semi-known personality that pulls up, but because I didn't do the vetting, when she started like spilling her guts, you know what I mean? Like. I realized that she was really spilling her guts. You know what I mean? So yeah, I need to start doing more and more background.
More vetting. At least go through their Instagram page a little bit, because that's one way of vetting. You can go through the gram. If they have a private page, then go through, maybe see if you can get in with a Finsta. This sounds super sneaky.
No, I mean I judge book by their covers right now. Still, I go based on your culture, based on your religion, respectfully. You know what I mean? Based on your upbringing. How's your family and stuff, because I don't even know if we should we bring this to, okay, if anything, we could cut this. Okay, but I've been on a few dates as of recently with different kinds of people, and I've been noticing that the Habesha women are moving at a different standard than most other Western women. I know it has to do with religion. I don't know, like respectfully, I haven't dealt with many, I guess, Indian women. So I can't speak to that, or even Chinese. But I would say when it comes to the melanin, the black people, my experience with Habesha women has always been, they're super traditional. They respect. Okay, how do I want to say?
I'm trying to find the most politically correct way.
Male authority, male authority
type thing. You know what I mean? Like. They do see their body as a temple, and they want to keep it as pure as possible, which I feel like doesn't apply in many other Western cultures, where it is like, oh, I want to be outside, I want to da.
Yeah.
So I guess all I'm saying is, Habesha Tiggs, hit me up at DJ Natural Wave.
Yo,
this guy landed it perfectly and nicely and politically correct.
Yo, Caro says Natural Love dating show incoming.
Yes.
Imagine like a shot at love with Natural, or like a Natural Love.
Natural Love. We need to get that popping.
Yo, should we do it?
Yeah, we were actually talking about it when I called into the live stream the other day.
Yeah. Facts. Don't worry, we're gonna workshop that one right there.
I already have 4 shorties that are down to be on
it. There we go. Air horns, doubled up air horns for the audience.
Yo, that'd be sick. Like me and Friday are like on the judges panel.
Oh, there's a Love is Natural. We got some.
That's mine. That's mine.
Okay. Let's not get too sidetracked. But yeah, Tigger, please. I guess it's too late now. He's inside of the mix, and maybe he should have vetted this woman that he married. Right? It's not even like, yo, that's his girlfriend. Like, he married this woman.
But I do feel like a lot of people do get blindsided. Like, okay, I'm rewatching Mad Men right now.
Yes.
Spoiler alert, even though this show dropped 20 years ago, but
Yeah.
like the main character, like he kind of takes up another man's identity, and then he ends up meeting a woman. They get married, they have kids together, and then she ends up finding out he's not who he said he was. And I feel like that's not a rare thing. Like there are people who hide marriages, hide children, hide infidelity, even hide family members type things. So
Facts.
So I don't know. Like I just feel like she kind of had the wool over his eyes, and this is what comes of that.
Yeah, yeah. Last thing on Tigger before we end this program here. Can he bounce back like I asked Shiesty's Bud? Can he bounce back?
I think Big Tigger will always be a legacy act in hip hop media, in the sense where he'll never be able to exceed what his prime was, but his prime meant so much to so many people that he's already kind of iconized in their mind, you know? So I think he'll always have that aura, that stature, and just about working on new products. I think he didn't keep the basement going for like a little bit after. Like there was
they tried to
YouTube, like a YouTube series.
Yeah, they tried to bring it back for a little while.
But besides that, I haven't been seeing any of his like active content. So bounce back
to what?
Yeah,
radio. He's just a radio guy.
Like bounce back to what I feel like. If anything, now is the perfect time. Well, once he figures out his estranged wife's legal situation, like with streaming and everything that's popping right now, he should bring back the basement, have rappers come through, have streamers come through, and like just bring back that nostalgia,
Yeah, there could be a resurgence. He kind of reemerged into our minds. Like we weren't even thinking about Big Tigger until today
at all.
And I was going through the comments. A lot of people were like, respectfully, girl, you should have just gave him back his phone. Men and women were saying this. So I feel like the people, they didn't go bad on Tigger at all.
Yeah. No, it wasn't as egregious as people try to make it seem in the headline itself. I'm going to bring in one more caller, and then we'll wrap this up here. Bryson Wicks II. Your thoughts on Big Tigger and everything that's going on? No cursing, please.
My homies ran a train on Blue Hat Boy. They messed him up real good.
My God.
Blue Hat Boy.
Blue Hat Boy.
Messed him up pretty good.
Okay. With that being said, we are going to end this program. Make sure to go and tap into us on all social platforms. We Love Hip Hop Network on all social platforms. What's your socials for you gentlemen?
At DJ Czar TV.
And?
At DJNatural.wave. No E.
Let's go. And yeah, thanks again to all the viewing audience. We are off of this. Deuces.
We love hip hop. We love hip hop.
Salute to everybody who's still watching the stream right here, man. Thank you for everybody who's watching the stream. That is the end of our pilot right here. We have a pretty good number in here. I'm gonna leave this up as a public. I'm not gonna put it behind the member section. All right. So for everybody who's popping up in the chat right now, make sure to hit that like button on the way out. We are off of this. Doses.